Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, and welcome back
Shalom.
to Beulah Land at Temple Kepharim, doing our thing again. So this is the second portion of our class, family. The second portion. And in the second portion, what we do is we have to say a commandment. Any one of the 300 and what is it, 360? 360?
613.
Say it again.
613.
Yeah, well, yeah, the 613, 360. I'm thinking about a whole totally different stratosphere of events. So the 613 of the commandments, whichever one of those that you are able to say, by all means, you have the opportunity, please do so. You can either post it in the room or you can come up on the screen. We'll send you the link and you can say it in person. There are supposedly 613 commandments that we have, but there could be many, many more because a lot of things they don't consider commandments, but we do, and we do them. Sister Sukari, Shabbat Shalom, sis. Sister Shivanya, Shabbat Shalom. May the Most High be with you both. So we're going to get started because, we don't like to wait around for people that's late. So, Nasheen, if any of you have commandments that you like to post, please feel free to do so. Anyone who feels they have a commandment that they would like to say before the Almighty, please do so. And then we'll recite it. But if you choose to come on the screen, let us know and we'll put the link in the room so you can come on the screen. And then you can just say your commandment over the screen in your own voice. So you'll go down in history with all these records, all the records that we're doing. You won't just be in writing. You'll go down in history with your words being spoken, and people will actually hear your actual words. So may the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. All right. Bang, you want to give a commandment?
Shabbat Shalom, family. My command this afternoon is coming from Devarim, chapter 27, and verse 25. It says, cursed is he who takes a bribe to slay an innocent being. And all the people shall say, Amen.
Read that again, please.
It says, cursed is he who takes a bribe to slay an innocent being.
What does that mean?
What that means is a person will be cursed if they take any type of monetary or materialistic gain to slay their brother, their neighbor, to pretty much in a nutshell, it's you're cursed. If you take any type of monetary gain, you're jeopardizing, not only are you jeopardizing, but you're putting off righteous integrity, righteous honor, righteous, just continuing to have a righteous spirit. You're putting the monetary things or the materialistic things above what the Creator and His spirit, His essence, His righteousness, you're putting it above that. Not only that, but when you look at it in a deeper lens, if a person is paying you a bribe to do something to another person, that person alone doesn't even have the courage to do what it is they want done. So they're paying you to do it, and you're taking the money, you're taking whatever gift they give you to do it, to slay your brother. So you have no righteous integrity, you have no righteous honor, and your spirit is wicked.
All right, may the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. May the Most High be praised. Anyone else?
Can I have my law?
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Shabbat Shalom. My law can be found in the book of Leviticus, Vayikra, chapter 19, verses 5 and 6. And it reads, "And if ye offer a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Creator, ye shall offer it at your own will. 6. It shall be eaten the same day ye offer it, and on the morrow. And if aught remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire." So, I mean, to me, that just is saying a free will offering is something that comes from your heart. And of course, any offer you give to the Creator, we want it to be the best. But it also comes with, if you give that free will offering, it has to be eaten within the same day or the morrow after the day. But on the third day, if it's not eaten in full, then whatever remains have to be burnt in fire.
Very good. May the Most High be praised. Torah Rabbah. Yes,
Question.
it's a
Yeah.
question pertaining to that.
So
Okay.
when we eat, are we able to eat it on the third day or when the third day arrives?
No.
If the third day arrives, you got to get rid of it before that.
Yes. So, yeah.
And is that how we should be just with our everyday food, or is that just
No, just a sacrifice
Oh,
A
that you
free will
offer
offering
to
to
the
the
Almighty. Not your everyday food. You can have all the leftovers you want.
Yeah. Yep. But that third day it shall be burnt in fire. So that means, honestly, that if I give an offering to the Creator on a Thursday, a TURS day, right? If I don't eat all that by Yom Shabbat, then I can't even burn it on the Shabbat, can I? Because it's the Shabbat and we can't light a fire.
Okay.
So that means you would have to eat it.
But it says on the third day.
Yeah. So I'm saying if I have left over on that third day, which is the Shabbat, Yom Shabbat, I
Yes.
can't.
Just
Right.
try to burn it up before the Shabbat comes in.
Right. Or eat it up. Right. Yeah. No, I was just saying if somebody mistakenly just didn't do it, then they would be breaking this commandment because you
Yes.
can't set a fire on Shabbat.
You want
Okay.
to,
see, that's kind of where I'm kind of confused. So the first day, right? You got the first day, you prepare the sacrifice and you give the offering. The second day, which will be the next day, you are able to still eat of it. On the third day, you're able to eat of it, but whatever is left after that day has to be cast away, right?
read the commandment again, please. Ish.
Okay, it says okay, I'll read it. 5. And if ye offer a sacrifice of peace offering, I forgot to even emphasize it's a peace offering that you're sacrificing. I mean that you're offering unto the Creator, ye shall offer it at your own will. It shall be eaten the same day ye offer it, and on the morrow. And if aught remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire. Aught basically is any.
So you understand now?
Yeah, okay. So you can eat
Anything
it
left over
to
the first 2 days you can eat it. Anything left over on the third day, you got to burn it in the fire. Can't eat it.
Right. So you can't just simply toss it. We have to burn it in fire.
Yep.
So
You want
we
to
got to
read?
be so careful of like when well, of course we're not in the land, so we're not giving the Most High offerings, but to know that. So if the Creator allows us to get back there, to know that is something to not do. Okay. Yes, I can read. Zaquina Sukari's law can be found in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 5, and it reads, "And thou shalt love the Creator with all thine heart and with all thy soul and all thy might." And she says, "I love the Creator with all and every aspect of my being."
All right. May the Most High be praised. Very good. And that's kind of like going to the lesson from this morning. If you love the Creator, you want to give Him the best of you. You
Okay.
don't want to hold back on the Most High, and you don't want to keep His commandments like it's painful to you. A lot of men and women in relationships, they do things, but it's painful to them, and you can tell through their actions.
Okay. Okay. Just a reminder, everybody, we have 11 people in the room and we have 4 likes, or 1,100 people in the room and we only have 400 likes. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications for whenever we go live. Toda Rabah, let's see these likes go up. And share, remember everyone, share and comment. All right, a quote, Shavanya, her law can be found in Exodus, Shemot, chapter 20, verse 1 through 6. Okay, let me go to that. All right, and it reads, and the Creator spoke all these words, saying, I am the Most High thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other deities before me. Thou shalt make unto thee no graven image or any likeness of any that thing that is in heaven above, or in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I am the Creator, a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the 3rd and 4th generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. And her explanation is, Her explanation is we have to be mindful anything that can become our creator, people's, drugs, things, or whatsoever. And
Very good. May the Most High be praised.
Parents
Hey,
also.
Mr. Shalanya, I would love to hear your version of how you can make drugs and things and other things outside of that a power, and you can give the Most High's praise to those things. Sis, would you like to elaborate a little bit about what you're saying? I think that's a very important part that so many people miss. Whenever you take something and put something in place that you'll rather do this than do something in reference to the Almighty, you have just made that thing your deity. And that's deep. And it appears as if she understands that. Ima, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I was reading the rest of what she said. She said parents or Horim also have to be mindful, because whatever they do will follow the children.
May the Most High be praised. Tell her about.
Co-autumn.
Oh, she's coming on. She's gonna, I guess, speak her portion.
Oh.
That would be nice.
All right. Well, she's connecting her device, so what you want me to wait?
Shabbat Shalom, Chief. Okay, go ahead. Do it, Autumn, Ishi.
All right. Autumn says, Shemot, Exodus 23:1, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. And her explanation is, my commandment today makes me think of how important communication is within a family, community, sisterhood, or brotherhood. Raising a false report spreads evil and division and should be avoided at all costs.
Absolutely. May the Most High be praised. How important communication is within a family. Did you read that part?
I did.
Oh, okay. At all costs. Okay. Go ahead. Read on, please.
Brother Ali Yahoo says, saying what's in the Tanakh, it's all right to paraphrase as long as the Tanakh stays the foundation.
Let me send you the link again, sis. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to get in. Just hit the link and it'll pull you straight up. Just hit the link and it should bring you onto the platform. You were there, but it looked like you was losing your signal. It wasn't all the way in. I apologize for interrupting you, Ma. Go ahead, move on, please.
Yeah, you might can you put you might have to put the link in again from the StreamYard platform, because it's not showing up like how it normally does when it's highlighted from
Yeah.
the administrative. All right, and
Okay.
Brother Daquan
Better?
Sullivan Shalom. It's not shareable. No, it's still not doing it. But oh well, let me look. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, it's doing it now. I think he's saying your Facebook maybe not be shareable. He says Shalom, but it's not shareable.
I
And then
mean,
Chief Malak says Shabbat
it is.
Shalom.
Facebook is shareable.
Okay,
Facebook.
Baruch Elohim, Shabbat Shalom, Prince Kazmo.
Shabbat shalom, Chief.
All right, you guys.
So what platform? See what internet provider she has.
Internet provider.
Yeah, there she go. All right, let's see if she gets in. All right, she's coming back up. We trying to get there, man. We trying to get there. All right, go ahead, Ima. Let's move forward, please.
There's no more laws to read.
Oh, I thought I did see something. No?
No.
Okay. All right. Are there any other commandments? Anyone? Here she go. All right. Let's see. There you go, sis.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. So elaborate a little bit on that commandment that you gave. It was a very interesting commandment. Basically, how you can make things to be a deity other than the Almighty. And that's
Yeah,
what it
well,
says. Thou shalt have no other powers before me.
mhm. Yeah, I have, well, this commandment says that Elohim spoke to her.
Can barely
All the
hear you.
first,
Can
can
you
you hear
speak
me?
closer,
Let me
closer
let
to
you.
your phone? Yeah, just get closer to your phone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you turn your volume up?
Yeah, it's all way up. I
There you
think
go.
so.
We got you now. Go ahead. Shabbat shalom
Okay,
to you.
Shabbat shalom. Yeah, this is I love this segment because it's always bring me to my deepest thoughts. And the Most High told us in Exodus 20 and many other places, but I'm Yahweh your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make yourself any carved images or any likeness or anything that is in the heaven above or that is in the earth beneath or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them nor serve them, for I am Yahweh your Elohim. I'm a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers on the children to the third and fourth generation to those that hate me. For showing mercy to thousands to those that love me and keep my commandments. So that shows me that we have to be mindful because anything can become a God. A woman or a man can become a God. Any a person, even things can become a God. A car can become your God because you paying more attention to the car than the Most High. You're gonna run, get up, and wash your car instead of saying a prayer, or you run, go and get up and smoke a spliff instead of saying this. You making that your God instead of the Most High. So we have to be mindful. There's a lot of things that I see. Even in Israel, I've seen it. You say you're doing this, but no, it's the opposite. So we have to always have that in mind. Um,
Now,
we have
how
to.
about, may I ask you a question? How about people who are worldly in their desires and thoughts and desire to do those things more than they do in worshiping the Creator? How do you
That's
feel
def-
like that?
that's definitely that's to me that's lewdness. So that yeah, I hate that. So you should not put lewdness, even if you see your brother, your sister, you have more knowledge than him. So you ain't gonna do things to put him in danger. You're gonna make sure your part is safe and your brother is safe because some people might be not knowledgeable than you. So that we should not take part of lewdness, nakedness, all those stuff God hates. That's how our men fell when back in the land. They was going after the women, and that's the only way they could have made them sin. So that part we should, as women and men, we should not partake of. Those are important to me. Even when I was not in this culture, your parents teach you, don't let nobody be on your ear, cover yourself. So those things we should not, those are lewdness, abomination. So we should be
Absolutely.
mindful of those things.
Absolutely. May the Most High be praised. Is there anything else you want to say, sis?
No, that'll be all. I'm just listening and learning as I go. That's all.
All
Yeah.
right. Toda Rabbah.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciate it.
So
All right. Do we have any other commandments?
Low.
No more commandments? All right, let's see if I can remember the commandment that I read for y'all so I can present it to y'all. It was kind of lengthy. Thou shalt not murder. Yeah, how about that? Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. That was a good one because so many people bear false witness against their neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So many. So that was a good one. All right. Oh man, y'all made me forget the commandment I had. See, I had a real good one. Okay, I remember now. I remember. I believe it's going to come out of the book of Leviticus 21. I believe it's Leviticus 21 and 1. Now, like the brother said earlier, Eliyahu, I got to paraphrase a little bit, but I'm going to try to go best to memory as I can. All right. And I thought this was a good one because it's one that we don't really say too often in here. I don't know if I ever heard it in here, but I know it's a commandment that we all know. I've heard it during class. It's just that I don't know if I ever heard it during the giving of commandments. So here we are during the giving of commandments. And here is the commandment. Sis, you was ready to leave, sis? You ain't had no more to add to the lesson? Okay, here we go. Brom, you in the audience. What's up with you, Brom? All right, here we go. Well, you know I got to get my man Brom up here. Brom be like the light of the class. Brom be, you have Brom on the screen, boy. Brom be in the silent. He be silent. He be in the background like, Brom be getting it in. Come on, bro. All right, so here we go. Yeah. So here we go. Leviticus 21. I believe it's the first verse. And it says something about the Most High spoke to Moses and Aaron, or Moses, saying, tell the priests, speak unto the priests of Israel, and tell them, she's here, but she's not connected. Shabbat Shalom, Sister Sharon. Tell the priests of the children of Israel that they should not defile themselves or become unclean for any purpose. The only ones they could become unclean for was their father, their brother, their mother, and I think that was it. Their immediate direct family, their sons or their daughters. They could become unclean for their sons or their daughters. It did not mention his sisters. It didn't mention that as of yet. And it didn't mention his sisters because she had to be a special condition. Mm-hmm. If it was a sister who was married to a man and she passed away, then he couldn't make himself unclean to go to her gravesite or to bury her. He couldn't physically do that. He couldn't make himself unclean. But if he had a sister who was a virgin, who had not known man, for that woman, he could become unclean. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was deep. I thought that was worth noting how the Creator showed a significant difference of a young lady who had never known man versus a woman, his sister, who had been with another man, who had been with a man. Mm-hmm. She committed adultery. It's just that she was somebody's wife. And when she became somebody's wife, all that was taken off the table. She had to be a virgin. And if she was a virgin daughter, then the priest, could become unclean for her. Mm-hmm. That's deep. All right. May the Most High be praised. So, what y'all think? How's that commandment? Anybody is it registering? No questions about that?
You know, it was on point. I think in the beginning you said they can't be unclean for anything, but it specifically said for touching a dead body.
Yes, we're talking about becoming unclean. But this particular scripture, yes, talking about a dead body. If that person passes away, they can go and be defiled for the people I mentioned, but anyone outside of that, they cannot be defiled for. Yes.
Was the priest allowed to have wives?
Yes.
So would he be able to be a
Why don't you come up so they can hear you?
I asked the priest. You said the priests were able to have wives.
Yes.
Was he able to become clean if his wife was to pass?
You know, it doesn't say that.
It doesn't say.
Nope. But you have to consider the wife is just like him.
Right.
So I would assume so. But it does not say his wife. That's good. You picked up on that too. Yep. Toda Rabbah. All right. Brahm pulled the. Oh, babe. Oh, don't even read it. Brahm, you can't come on and do your own commandment? You can't come on and do your own commandment, bro? He wants somebody to serve him. He eating. You be doing that on the camera? You be eating on the camera? You be laughing on the camera? You be playing on the camera? Now you trying to get all politically correct. All right, it's cool, bro. We're going to read it for you. Leviticus 19, verse 2.
Leviticus YHWH, chapter 19, verse 2. Speak unto all, Abraham's law. Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Yisrael, and say unto them, ye shall be holy, for I, the Creator, your power, am holy. Oh, he said he's coming on, but.
Well, he's going to come on and do it. All right, if you ain't coming on, just tell us what the definition. Sister Shalanya, for some reason, you're not getting through all the way. They will need to collect their mic before you can add them to the stage. It says you need to connect your mic. There you go. Got you, sis.
I'm trying to keep it silent so I won't disturb the conversation.
Yeah, well, you put it on mute now. I think you can work now.
Yeah.
Put it on mute and it might work.
Thank you.
There you go. You cool. And whenever you want to speak, just open your mic up and take the floor. All right. So let's go. So you went down again, sis. I don't know. It might be your phone. Something might be wrong with your phone. I don't know. But Brother Brahm, now you got to give us the explanation of your commandment. You have to give us the explanation of your commandment. It was a very good commandment, but you have to type in the explanation or come to the screen. And, he coming up, yo. He gonna do his commandment. Look, he done got ready. Put that food down. I hope you wasn't eating no chicken.
Nah, ain't no chicken in here, bro. Ain't no chicken in Shalom, Shalom. My book. Hold on, look at that book. Ain't no chicken.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Let me read my Leviticus 19, first verse, the second. So speak to all the children of Israel. Speak to all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say to them, you shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. I feel like nobody sit down and look into the definition of holy, what holy really means. Separate for the use of God. Separate from what? God said, I am holy. So you shall be holy. Be like him. God is different to all the other gods. That's why he said, I'm holy. I'm not like that God. I'm not like that God. I'm not like that God. I'm the true and living God. So you, people that serve me, be like me. You don't be like that people. You don't be like that people. You don't be like this people. You're not supposed to. Us as Israel, that serve the Most High God, serve El Shaddai, we have nothing in common like the heathen. And I don't think people don't recognize that. People don't really realize that. We have nothing in common with the heathen. Nothing, no celebration. None of the heathens did the 3 appointed time. None of the heathens did the new moon. None of the heathens did the Shabbat. That's our celebration. When we had parties, we could read in the book and see when we had parties. Abraham do a weaning party for his son. His son stopped weaning, took out of the breast, do that. Circumcision. Oh, circumcised? You threw a party for that. Now we know everything is not written in the book, but everything we needed to know is in the book. El Shaddai is perfect. So he gave us everything we needed to know. Not everything we want to know, but everything we needed to. And I have never seen the celebrations that's being celebrated now, housewarmings, baby shower, birthday celebrations. I don't see that in the book. So why do we do that? Why we are not following Leviticus 19 verse 2? And God, El Shaddai, I say that, El Shaddai told us to be like him, be holy like him. Holy means separate, different from the other, from the rest. That's all I want to say.
Right. God be praised. Total Rabbah. Total Rabbah. All right, Brother Daweed, if you want to come on the platform, the link is in the page. You can always come on the platform, speak with your man. Shalom, bro. May the Most High be praised. Total Rabbah. All right, Brother Daweed put up a scripture. Iman, could you pull it, please?
Okay, I have it. Brother Daweed's scripture can be found in Leviticus, YHWH, chapter 24, verse 10 through 16. And it reads, "And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel. And this son of the Israelitish woman and man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Creator and cursed. And they brought him unto Moshe. And his mother's name was Shalomith, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him inward, that the mind of the Creator might be showed them. And the Most High spoke unto Moshe, saying, Bring forth him that hath cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Whosoever curseth his Creator shall bear his sin, and he that blasphemeth the name of the Creator, he shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the stranger as he that is born in the land. When he blasphemeth the name of the Creator, shall he be put to death."
All right, Brother Daweed, you got to explain that to us in your own words. That's a strong commandment right there. That's a strong commandment. You got to explain it to us in your own words. Now, you want to do all that typing, or do you want to come on the screen and explain it? Your decision. Rob, make sure he gonna eat himself some hot zone. He gonna eat. Yeah. What time y'all get out of class? At 1 o'clock? Or y'all started at 1? Bro? Brother Daweed. Okay, Brother Daweed is not responding. So we're going to read on. We're going to move on. All right. So are there any other commandments, family? Any other commandments? We have any other commandments we want to present? See what I tell you about Abraham? What I tell you he be doing all up in the camera. If you got one of those phones that if don't nobody move, the phone go dark, it ain't going to happen as long as Brahm is on the stage. It ain't never going dark because Brahm is getting it in. All right, family, we're going to get started with our lesson for the day.
Can I say something? Can I say
Yes,
something about that last commandment?
yes, sir.
It said, where's that? It said, and the Israelite woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. It said, an Israelite woman blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. So what was the blasphemy? It wasn't the curse. The and means with. So he did two things. He blasphemed and he cursed. So what was the blasphemy? That's what I want to know.
Why
You know
you
my
think-
father told?
Go ahead,
Huh?
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
My father told me in the Hebrew, it said, I think the exact word. I'm gonna get it from my brother, but it said explicitly. It's something about explicit. The name explicit. So that means my Abba told me that this woman's son, said the name of God and cursed. He didn't say a title. He didn't say Most High. He didn't say he didn't like what we do, use titles. He didn't do that. He said the name of the Lord, and it said and he cursed. That's what my father told me. What you think about that, Moray?
Oh, I'm not going to argue with it. Go look it up. Go get the information. Come back and feed it to us properly.
Okay, all right.
Can't be giving us no half information. Go do the research, bring it up, and say, "Yo, here it is," and present it, and we'll listen.
My fault.
Then we can give an opinion. But I like the way it sounds.
I'm gonna look into it.
All right, total reply.
Right.
So Dawid put up something that's very good, though. He says that person is literally your spiritual enemy, and that's deep. He's right. Somebody that could blaspheme the name of the Most High and curse has to be your spiritual enemy. I knew one guy that did that one time in life. He disrespected the Creator. He was standing here talking to me, talking about how he used to walk with me as an Israelite. And he talked about how he don't believe in this, he don't believe in that, the Creator ain't this, the Creator ain't that. I don't know if he said the Creator was a faggot or something, or a homosexual or something. I don't know what he said. But what he said was a very, very evil and wicked things that he said. Well, I'm not one that feel like I got to fight anybody or defend the Most High honor. Most High is way more powerful than me, and I'm not Muslim. I let the Most High fight his own battles. Next time I seen that brother, he was wearing one of those bags. What's those colostomy bags? Oh, yeah, he got struck. To the day, as far as I know, he still wear that colostomy bag. But about a year after that situation, he came back to the Most High. So he called me all the time. Every once in a while, he on my phone, asking me questions about the scriptures, all these types of things. But he did that. He got what he got. He learned what he needed to learn. And then he tried to make things better with the Most High. I don't know how serious he is about this life, but he's one of the brothers. If I was going to have somebody here with me, that boy would be right there because he's a straight soldier. He's about it. One time I got into some situation one day. We going back some years, y'all. 2006. I had gotten to a situation with the Popo, right? So, when situations that severe happens, you don't talk. He wanted to talk to me. So I'm like, why does this brother want to talk to me so bad? But this was my man. But the energy he was showing was like, he was so over enthused about going out, taking care of business. He was so enthused about it. I said, well, this guy might be trying to set me up. He a little bit too excited about getting out there to do something to somebody, right? So we go in my house, in my basement. He stripped down completely naked to show me he had no wire, that he wasn't trying to set me up. That's some serious stuff. That brother right there is serious. He was about it. He said, no, why you acting like this, Prince? What you think? He took his clothes off. What you think I got something? You think I'm snitching? Man, he was about it. He was for real. But them type of brothers don't come by too often in a lifetime. But that was after he got right with the Most High again. That happened years ago. And then after this, 2006 is when this situation happened. 2006, 2007, but he was with it. So may the Most High bless him. May the Most High strengthen them and keep them. All right, family. So we back. Abraham, did you get that yet? Oh, you still eating, man. Let me keep it moving, man. Let me keep it moving. You up still in the screen, still smacking. All right. Yeah, the Most High struck him quick. It didn't take no time for the Most High to do that. He said what he said about the Most High, and the Most High got him. All right. So we're going to get to our lesson, family. And do we have our readers in the house tonight? Sister TT or Sister Ornette or Sister Ornette or Sister TT? Do we have either one of our readers in the house tonight?
Neither one of them.
Huh?
Neither one of them are present.
Well, ain't nobody said nothing yet, but don't mean they don't hear. A lot of people being there in the background don't speak up.
Okay.
Do we have either Sister TT or Sister Ornette in the house tonight so that you can come on and start reading? No? All right. So I guess that means you're going to have to read. Or if you want me to read, I can read, even if you don't feel comfortable. Ima?
I can read.
Okay. All right. So we last left off in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23. Leviticus chapter 23. Did you want to speak?
Yeah. I have the name and the word in the Hebrew. So it's going back to Leviticus 24, verse 11. The word for blaspheme. It said the Israelite woman's son blasphemed. It's not why you quote, right? And that means to state explicitly. That means to state explicitly. So that means he said the name of God. And by him saying explicitly the name of God, he blasphemed God's name. He blasphemed God's name. And then he cursed. Then he cursed. Explicit, right? The word explicit means like raw, uncut, straight to the point, like no covering. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why one of the reasons why my father raised us. None of us call El Shaddai by his name. You don't call it by his name is that holy. You don't do that. I don't call my mother by my name. I don't call my father by my name. I won't call an officer by his name. When I go to court, I don't call the judge by his name. I don't call my boss by my name. When I go to school, I don't call the teacher by her name. Why I gotta call God by his name? Where's the respect, man?
Let me ask you a question. I totally agree with you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not stressing or anything. Do you think it's wrong for a person to call the creator by the name of another deity?
Of course.
Yes?
By a deity, yeah.
Yeah, you agree,
God
right?
is not a deity. Yeah,
That's right. So if I call him Jesus, would that be a problem?
Right.
If I called him Buddha, would that be a problem?
Right.
If I called him Mishnah, would that be a problem?
Right.
Yeah, Taurus, any of those names, it would be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe you don't, but do you know that the word God, God, is the name of a deity?
Yeah, man. When you taught me that, I've been practicing to get off of that. Yeah, I didn't know that. So I read that in a book, so that's why I've been using it. But since you told me that, I've been on some El Shaddai, the Most High. I'm not with. I don't like using the word no more. So I feel you on that. Yes.
Yeah. You're right. So what we actually doing?
So I'm practicing. So if you do hear me say it, I'm just getting out of me. It's a habit I've been using for years, but it's getting out of me. Trust me.
All right, no problem, bro. A lot of our people, not just you, but a lot of our people.
You about to bust my head. Don't bust my head, Moray.
You know I ain't gonna do that, bro. You know I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, it's a bad habit of mine. I'm getting off of it.
May the Most High be praised. May the Most High be praised. I watch a lot of your brother videos, man. I watch a lot of them. And once he cuts it up sometimes. He cuts it up. I hear him going back and forth, trying to make the adjustments. But when you're so used to doing something, that's what comes natural to you until you master your discipline and control your spirit and then
Right.
you'll read it out. So may the
That's
Most
right.
High be praised.
Oh, Shema.
I also wanted to say this. A lot of people didn't know the name of the Most High. Common folk didn't know the name of the Creator. Common folk didn't know it. That's something that the sacred order, the priesthood, the prophets, the kings, that's something that they hold sacred. So how did this individual come to know the name of the Most High is another question that has to be answered. You know, because just ordinary, and he was the son of an Israelite woman, so he was an Israelitish individual. He wasn't even a full-blood Hebrew by a man. His mother was Hebrew, he wasn't. He was something else, and that's why he got himself in so much trouble. So that's something deep to look at, man. And your Abba had a lot of knowledge. Can't take. How about you tell me your father's name, because that might be important too. May the Most High bless his memory.
Dang, my father, Chief Eleazar. Yup, Chief Eleazar, man. And
All right.
when he came in, it was what, 1969. 1969, he had no wife or children. He had all his wife. El Shaddai gave him a wife, he gave him all these children, and he's been teaching us, and we're gonna go by that. That's
All right.
for years, bro. I don't know if you met my father, but for years, a lot of Israelites. Yeah, you met him?
Man, you was like that when I met your father, man. You was a boy when I met you.
You can't be talking about. You look young, man. You don't look old, bro.
I'm 39 3/4, man.
So you young then. You young.
I ain't no 39 3/4. That's the age I tell everybody. I just tell them all
You
that.
young. But yeah, but I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I didn't know you met my Albert. You seem young. You seem very young.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. But a lot of people they didn't enjoy his teachings because he was raw and uncut. Like he was like raw and uncut. People were like, nah, it's too hard. He's too raw. He's too like. I'm glad he did that.
Remember when you came here, my Abba let you teach.
That's right.
Oh, word? Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I remember that. Absolutely.
Long time ago.
But yeah, that's my father's name, man. Chief Eleazar.
That's right. Many years ago. The last time I saw your father might have been about 4. The last time I saw him may have been about 3 or 4 years ago. He was sick. He was sick the last time I saw him before he passed away. Abraham, can you hear me? He can't hear me. Can you hear me? You should have put that on mute. Can you hear me? Abraham, can you hear me? No, he can't hear. Yep. I'm trying to get your brother down here. I'm trying to get your brother
down
here, but he won't come.
Can't hear me?
I
can't hear y'all though.
You can't hear me?
I'm gonna get out.
Go out and come back. Yeah. I've been trying to get Shema to come down here and dwell amongst us, but he ain't ready yet, I guess. Kanabat Yehuda, Shabbat Shalom, Kanabat Yehuda. All right, we're going to get started, family. We're going to get started. May the Most High be praised. We're going to try this one more time. All right, we're in the book of Leviticus. 1 Samuel. We're in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10, verse 5. 1 Samuel, chapter 10, verse 5. How's that? Is that better, bro?
Yep, I can hear you now.
All right. I was saying to you that the last time I saw your Abba was about a year before he passed. I came to your house. He was sick. I saw your Abba and your Ima that night. Me and my Isha came. He was with your sister Tara. Yeah. And that was it. Last time I saw him.
That's crazy. That probably was the beginning of his sickness when he started getting sick. It's crazy.
All right. May the Most High be praised. All right, we're going to move forward. So we're in 1 Samuel's chapter 10, verse 5. Now, we read earlier, and in the first part of earlier class, we read about how Prophet Samuel was being rejected by the people. So he says to the people, says to him, get us a king. We don't want your sons to rule over us, because his sons, anybody know the name of his sons? Prophet Samuel's sons, what was their names? Joel and Abia. Very good, very good. Joel and Abia. Joel and Abia was wicked, and he set them up, and they was ruling over Bathsheba. But because of their wickedness, the people didn't want Samuel to pass away, because they say he was getting older. They didn't want him to pass away, and then his sons be pushed in a position to be rulers over the people, because his sons their people didn't like his sons because they were wicked. It was all about that money. Just like a lot of leaders in Israel today, they all about that money. But today, Israel don't seem to have a problem with wicked leadership. You know, they don't seem to have a problem with it. Matter of fact, the more wicked, the more people. That's what it appears to be. The more unrighteousness, the more people that surround themselves. And I understand that. I understand that for the principle that the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Therefore, a lot of people gravitate toward wickedness, passivity. Just like the churches. The churches are so full of wicked people and wicked souls that homosexuality is accepted in 90% of the churches, because they're so full of wickedness. And if you look at the churches, like I heard the brother speak about earlier, the churches is, Tupac actually was speaking earlier. Tupac said the churches, in New York, they got churches the size of a block. The whole block is a church, and it's full of wickedness. People full up in there. And it's just sad. It's just sad how we are. So they didn't want his sons to rule over them. So therefore, they said to him, give us a king. Why do they want to have a king? They said in their words, so that they can be like the other nations. That's why they wanted a king. So that they could be like the other nations. And Israel hasn't stopped wanting to be like the other nations since then. We haven't stopped yet, but we must stop. We must get it together. We must realize that we are a set apart people, and we are intended to be set apart. Intentionally, that's how the Creator made us. So this is where we're picking up, where he just went in and he just anointed Saul to be king. We saw the places where he called Saul the Moshiach. Saul's purpose was so that he would be a Hoshea, a savior unto the people. So therefore it was Yoshea, but it was the word used as Hoshea to bring salvation to his people. So we got him being a Moshiach, the anointed one, and we have him being a savior to the people. So let's pick up where we left off. We're on 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 5. And Ima, you're going to read for us, correct?
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Before I read, just a reminder to everybody to go like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I believe we have 22 people in here and only 10 likes. So go like, share, comment, hit the notification bell, and subscribe.
All right, hold up. We ain't going to start yet. We ain't going to start. We only got 10 likes. Oh, wait. 10 likes? That's all we got? We got 22,000 people in the room. We got 10 likes? No, we ain't having that. We ain't having that. Let's just take a moment to give everybody a chance, because, they might be so into the lesson that they're not liking and sharing and subscribing. So let's give everybody just a moment to go and like, share, and subscribe the platform, and then we'll get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. Okay. All right, let's move forward.
All right, from the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 10, verse 5, and it reads, after that thou shalt come to the hill of the Creator, where is the garrison of the Philistines. And it shall come to pass, when thou art come thither to the city, that thou shalt meet a company of prophets coming down from the high place with a psaltery, and a tabret, and a pipe, and a harp before them, and they shall prophesy. Continue.
But here's the thing. After Samuel anointed him, after Samuel anointed Saul, at that moment, the Holy Spirit, that Ruach Kodesh, didn't come upon him. Not right away. It wasn't until these prophecies was fulfilled, and then he knew that what was taking place was directed toward him. So basically what I'm saying is, once he accepted all of this by these prophecies verifying what was going to be, then the Spirit rushed upon him and he became a new man. He actually got a new heart, a new mind. Everything about Saul had changed at this particular time. Let's read on. Let's see. Watch.
Verse 6, and the Spirit, or the Ruach of the Creator, will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them, and shalt be turned into another man.
You shall, that's future tense. You shall, when this prophecy comes about and you witness this with your own eyes, then you shall become a new man. That Spirit, there's no way that you can have the Spirit of the Most High and be the same person you were before you came into this knowledge. You can't do this. Once you learn the truth of the Almighty, it changes your whole character. It changes your whole being. And the further you walk in this truth, the more it changes you as an individual. Like when I used to live out there in them streets, certain traits you had, the Most High recognized, but he said, I want you to bring them traits into this work of this worship and this way of life for me. Make it work for me. And that's what he did. But when he grabbed you, he utilized you, he take hold of you just by letting you know that you are one of his children. Just by letting you know means the Most High has a purpose for you in this life.
Okay.
Read on, please.
Verse 7, and let it be when these signs are come unto thee, that thou do an occasion serve thee, for the Creator is with thee.
The Most High is with you. Now I looked that up to see if that said Emmanuel, because the Most High is with us, but it doesn't. Read on.
Verse 8, and thou shalt go down before me to Gilgal, and behold, I will come down unto thee to offer burnt offerings and to sacrifices of peace offerings.
Now watch what he tell him to do. Read on.
7 days shalt thou tarry till
You shall wait for me. 7 days in the beginning, he was told to wait for him. Wait for him for what? Read on.
Till I come to thee and show thee what thou shalt do.
The prophet told him to sit there and wait for me until I get there so I can show you what to do. As I stated earlier in the class from earlier, Saul was a coward. He was a coward. He was a fearful-hearted. He was an honorable guy. He was a goodly guy, but he had no fight in him. He wasn't about that life for real, for real. Y'all know what I mean. He wasn't no killer. He wasn't no slayer. He wasn't about it. He was a coward. He was a coward. That was his natural essence as a coward. But even as a coward, the Most High knew he had what he needed to fulfill the job that he had for him. Y'all understand me? Y'all follow me? Now remember, at this time, the Spirit of the Most High is not upon him. He's a coward. But the Spirit is going to come upon him, and he's going to be scared. Let's read on.
Verse 9. And it was so that when he had turned his back to go from Shemuel, the Creator gave him another heart.
The Most High gave him what?
Another heart.
The Creator gave him another heart. But even in the Most High giving him a new heart, a new mind, he was resisting what the Most High was giving him.
Okay.
And just like you today, although the Most High woke up your mind and brought you closer to him, you can resist what the Most High is trying to do for you in your life by not giving in. It's a spiritual battle. And if you don't give over to the spirit that the Most High is placing upon you, then you're going to be that same individual, but yet with a curse.
Mm.
What do I mean by give over to that spirit? Let me share with you what I mean by give over to that spirit. There comes a day in every man's life when he decides whether he really want to serve the Creator or not. I'm not talking about those part-time Israelites, because they already made up their mind to be part-time. I'm talking about the people who first come into this walk. When you first come into this walk and you're giving all that study and research to learning this truth, somewhere along the line, you make up your mind what side of righteousness you want to be on. Either you want to fit in with everybody else and do what everybody else say, or you're going to research, study, and learn and give the Most High the best version of yourself. Most people just fit in with the naysayers, and they just go along to get along. But then there's a select few that the Most High wake up into this knowledge, and they go over and beyond. I mean, I'm talking about them brothers who shave their head and go on a fast and go into seclusion and just be about them and the Most High so they can feel his energy, his presence coming upon them. That's what I'm talking about, those type of brothers. They are unique. But there comes a time in your life, family, when you have to make a decision. Saul did not make that decision, although he had the Spirit upon him. He didn't make that decision to get the Most High the best of him. Saul wanted to still straddle the fence and be with the world, but yet had a special spirit, a special anointing upon his life. Mm-hmm. Watch how all this plays out as we read on. Read on, please.
King, the end
now,
of verse.
I know y'all ain't never known this before, and I know y'all ain't paid attention to this ever before. That's why I'm here, so I can break it down and dissect it for you so you'll gather the understanding. Watch what takes place.
Okay. End of verse 9. And all those signs came to pass that day. Verse 10. And when they came to the hill, behold, a company of prophets met him, and the Spirit of the Creator came upon him. And
so the Spirit of the Almighty rushed upon him, and he prophesied. And that was the first time in his life that he felt the presence of the Almighty that powerfully upon him, that it overwhelmed him and took over, and he began to prophesy. You would think after something like that, he would have given himself to the Creator, but he still didn't. He still did not. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Saul was given a set of instructions, and from the very beginning, he couldn't do it. Read on, please, and let's see.
Verse 11. And it came to pass, when all that knew him before time saw that, behold, he prophesied among the prophets. Then the people said one to another, what is this that is come unto the son of Kish? Is Shaul also among the prophets? Verse 12. And one of the same place answered and said, but who is their father?
Why did he ask him that? Why did they ask him that? Let's read this. Let's pay close attention. They say, is Saul amongst the prophets? First it says, what has come over the son of Kish? Is Saul among the prophets? And a man of that place answered, and who is their father? Why did they ask who was his father?
I guess to know his lineage.
The prophets in the ancient days were all Levites. Mm-hmm. That's what we're not catching. In the ancient days, there was 99% of the prophets were Levites. Mm-hmm. They prophesied. But Saul, they knew, was a Benjamite, the son of Kish. So they're like, why is this guy prophesying? Is he among the prophets? He ain't supposed to be doing this. They didn't expect anybody from Benjamin to be doing any prophecy. And that's why they asked the question, well, who is their father? There are Levites. It's just that the Most High chose this man for a specific task. Once the Most High choose you for a specific task, he don't care who your father was. He chose you. And you got to be obedient to your calling on your life. That's what so many people don't follow how the Most High does things. Read on, please.
Cain. Therefore it became a proverb, a Shaul also among the prophets. Verse 13. And when he had made an end of prophesying, he came to the high place. 14. And Shaul's uncle said unto him and to his servant, Whither went ye? And he said, To seek the asses. And when we saw that they were nowhere, we came to Shemuel. And Shaul's uncle said, Tell me, I pray thee, what Shemuel said unto you.
Now they went to Shemuel, to the prophet. You only go to the prophet for certain things. Everybody just don't talk to the prophets. You go to the prophets certain times, and when you go for certain times, you go for certain reasons. Okay? So the uncle said, well, being newsy, why was you sitting with the prophet? What was going on? What did the prophet tell you? But Saul, being the coward that he is not going to say it. He's not going to spill it up. Saul is a coward. That's what we don't see. That's why he couldn't obey the Creator. Let's watch and let's see. Read on, please.
Okay. Verse 16. And Shaul said unto his uncle, He told us plainly that the asses were found, but of the matter of the kingdom whereof Shemuel spoke, he told him not.
He didn't want no trouble for himself. He wasn't nobody talking about him, mistreating him, because all of a sudden he the king and nobody knew but him. He didn't want no trouble. He didn't want nobody to know because he was a coward. I'm telling you, believe me. And as you hear the story, as it folds out, you will see more and more of Saul's other side that you probably never paid attention to. It wasn't until he embraced the presence of the Most High that he became that cold gangster. It wasn't until he embraced it, just like I'm saying to all of us today, within the sound of my voice. You can walk that walk and talk that talk, but in the time you get real serious with the Creator, that's when you're going to see yourself shine. That's when you're going to be really utilized by the Creator. You got to give him all of you before you really become the epitome of what you're able to become. That's what you got to understand. And there's so many of us walking around here today just half-heartedly giving the Most High a portion of us, meaning, yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I wear fringes, I go to Shabbat service, but that's about all that you do. What other things about this life do you bring into reality and manifest through your actions in this day and time to show that you are set apart from everyone else? You in the clubs just like everybody else. You partying just like everybody else. You eating just what everybody else is eating. You do everything that everybody else do. Why do you think you set apart? What do you do that makes you any different than everybody else? Not much of nothing. Read on, please.
Okay. Verse 17. And Shemuel called the people together unto the Creator to Mizpeh.
Now,
and
Shemuel called everybody together. Everybody, hear ye, come unto the house of the Most High. Read on.
18. And said unto the children of Yisrael, Thus saith the Creator and power of Yisrael, I brought up Yisrael out of Mitzrayim, and delivered you out of the hand of the Mitzrayim, and out of the hand of all kingdoms, and of them that oppressed you. 19. And ye have this day rejected your power, who himself saved you out of all your adversities and your tribulations. And ye have said unto him, Nay, but set a king over us. Now therefore present yourselves before the Creator by your tribes and by your thousands.
He had all the people array themselves up before the Almighty. All of them, they all by their tribe. So each tribe was lined up before the Almighty with Saul sitting there so he can introduce Saul to the people. This is your king. Now, I want y'all to go into the right mindset, okay? Think about this. Y'all all get called up to Butyl Land, Temple Kipharim, and we up at the house of worship, and the prophet is standing on the porch, prophet that everybody know, and they get ready to anoint Prince, the Messiah of all the earth. Y'all like that, right? Yeah. So all of a sudden, all the assemblies come up, all the tribes, it's thick, everybody all around, And then he says, and here he is, Prince Kizaridar ben Yisrael. And everybody looking around, and Prince is hiding. That's the spirit of a coward. That's the spirit of a coward. Because that's exactly what happened with Saul. Saul, in his ordinary form, felt like it was just too much. It was too much for him. He wasn't ready for this. Oh, no, that's a great responsibility. I don't know if I can handle this. Samuel introduced him to the people, and Saul was afraid. Watch this. Read on, please. Watch what happens.
Okay. Verse 20.
First Samuel
chapter 10, verse 20. And when Shemuel had caused all the tribes of Israel to come near, the tribe of Benjamin was taken. When he had caused the tribe of Benjamin to come near by their families, the family of Matri was taken, and Shaul, the son of Kish, was taken. And when they sought him, he could not be found.
When they looked for him, they said, where's Saul? They couldn't find him. He already knew what this was about. He was pre-warned what this was about. And Samuel told him to wait there 7 days. He couldn't obey then. He couldn't do what he was told then. So why would we expect him to do what he was told later?
Right.
All the way back then, because he had coward in his blood. He had coward in his blood. He couldn't do what he was told. Samuel got all these people together and said, hey, this tribe, this one we're looking for is in this family. The family comes up. He says, now out of this tribe is this one particular household. The household comes up. He says, well, where's Saul? Where's Saul at? Shaul, where's Shaul? Shaul couldn't be found. He was hiding. Go ahead, Iman, what does it say?
It says, verse 22, therefore they inquired of the Creator further, if the man should yet come thither, and the Creator answered, behold, he hath hid himself among the stuff.
Why? They had to go to the Most High to find out where this joker was at. He hid. How many of y'all knew Saul was a coward? You didn't know. You know why? Because all you hear about is the gangster stuff. You hear about all the gangster stuff, how Saul killed all these animals up and set them out all the tribe. That's after he accepted the spirit of the Most High. Same thing I'm telling you. You will be amazed at the person you will become once you let the Most High fully dwell within you. Mm-hmm. Right now, he's knocking on the door, but you just saying, I'll wear my fringes and I'll show up on the Shabbat. That's all you saying. But when you get your desires and your pleasures supersede the law, you're not giving yourself to the Almighty. What I mean by that is when the law says you can't do something that you want to do, and then you don't do it because the law said you can't do it, then you're opening up yourself to a new realm. Mm-hmm. And you will begin to experience the Creator like you never did before. You see what I'm saying? When the law says that you can't eat certain foods, and then you go into the supermarket and you're looking at the ingredients so you can keep the law, then you're opening yourself up to another level of discipline that the Most High Spirit can consume and utilize you. Mm-hmm. But too many of us say, oh man, I ain't reading all that stuff. It got a kosher symbol on it, so I'm cool. Mm-mm. Only to find out from somebody who did get themselves, yo, you can't eat Jiffy cornbread. You can't eat it. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, look, bro, all you had to do was look and see. Yeah, take the time, but they don't want to do that. That's too much. Oh, Prince, you overboard. You, what's that word they say?
Too zealous.
Too zealous. They got another word too. When you're overboard for it, you know, you
extreme.
Yeah, you to the extreme. That's it. You to the extreme with that. It ain't all that ain't even necessary, Prince. All that you going too much. Just like all week we had a Shabbat from Shabbat Yom Teruah to yesterday. We had a situation where we was talking about a woman when she on her nida. And I remember having this situation years ago with brothers where we would have that conversation. And I would explain to the brothers, if your woman is on her nida, her menstrual cycle, her time of the month, she tama. When she at that stage, she shouldn't be cooking for you. What? What you mean? It don't say that in the law. Where the scripture at that say that? Come on, bro. The scripture says you should be set apart. So if you set apart, how's she gonna cook for you? So many people get up. Oh, well, my wife gonna cook for me because you lazy, because you a bum, because you don't want to get the most high the best of you. When she is May, she should not be cooking for you, and you should sleep in separate quarters. No questions about it. But the brothers got upset. They don't understand that, and you adding to the laws of the Most High. No, I'm not. That's exactly what the law is. There's a scripture in the book of Yoel, I believe it's the book of Yoel, that says something about if a clean thing touch the unclean thing, does it make that unclean thing righteous or holy? The answer was no. They said, okay, well then if the unclean thing touches the clean thing, does it make the clean thing unholy? The answer was yes, it does. So if she's unclean and your food is kosher and she's cooking your food, her spiritual composition makes your food unclean. But brothers can't see that. They can't understand that. So this is another level of superiority when you submit yourself to the Almighty. A lot of brothers say, oh, Prince, you just go too far with this stuff. You're supposed to go far with it. That's why the Most High chose a select few. Everybody ain't going to be able to go that far. Everybody ain't going to be able to travel in the realm that the Most High has for us to travel in. What you putting your finger up for, bro? You want to say something?
Yeah, what you just said. It's somewhere in the book, I forgot. It said, and have not come near to a menstruous woman.
That's right. The book of Ezekiel.
They come near.
Ezekiel says, I believe it's it might even be in 18, but Ezekiel says that, and that man shall be clean. That man shall be accepted. He couldn't even come near a menstruous woman. Think about it, family. The Most High knows best. So it's best to go overboard, to open up your essence to the Most High's presence, so that he can take you where you need to be, so that you can become the best version of yourself. It's extremely important. Read on, please.
Oh, Abba, can I say something about that? I'm sorry. May I say something? Yeah, today I was telling one of the sisters, because she was, I think, it's just everybody, you get comfortable in your space or whatever. But I was explaining to her the difference of the clean being either at, clean until the evening or clean for the 7 days. And I was like, I said, the reason why, not only because the Most High tells us to separate, why me and my Ish sleep separate. I said, but if he accidentally sleeps in my bed when I'm Nida, and my blood spills over from out of my clothes onto the bed, and he accidentally touches it, he's Nida. Like, he's going to be Nida anyway from sitting on my bed, right, for 1 day. But if he touches the blood, then he's Nida for 7 days. I said, so to avoid that, I said, he does tell us to be apart. If we look in the ancient times, we had our own space anyway. So we didn't even have to be like, oh, you go in your space and I go in my space. No, we supposed to go in separate spaces anyway. So I think, and then, like, I know I say to people, like, when you first begin doing this, it can become difficult, but the more you do it, the more you actually appreciate those days, those 7 days apart, because it gives you a time as a woman. And I think it's important for women to understand. It gives you a time to rejuvenate yourself, to rest, because for all those other days, you're working consistently, serving your husband, cooking, cleaning, everything. And for 7 days, you get to take a break, a vacation. And a lot of people feel like it's a punishment. And I could say that in the beginning of this walk, when I first came in this way of life, it was taught like a punishment. You would treat it as if it was a punishment. But the more that I started to, like, get my connection with the Creator, and even, going through that process, I realized, no, this is a rejuvenation time for me. This is the time where I get to sit and I get to focus on some of the things that I can't focus on the whole other 20-something days that I'm clean and have to do everything for everybody else. So I think if we start to even get our mind out of just, oh, I'm unclean, so I'm put away. No, but you're unclean, and now you get to think about who you are, what you need to do. just re-energize yourself. So I think, and I know that's not the responsibility of everybody to teach that way. And I don't think everybody's going to teach that way. But I think it's important that women understand that that's a way we can look at it to feel better about the separation part, because we have been so consumed with this, oh, you got to be under your husband all the time, or, you can't be, I don't know. It's just society just makes you just accept things the way that they say it's supposed to be, instead of what the Tanakh says. So I just wanted to point that out, because I think that's always a question. Even it's like every month it's this, the same question, because people are still blocked in their mind about what the separation truly means. They are too stuck on, oh, I'm gonna have these 7 days. And granted, I'm not a woman that don't miss my husband for 7 days, but I understand the bigger part of it, and understanding, hey, it's not like I can't physically see, but I also appreciate it now more. Like, hey, I'm good. I get 7 days. I ain't got to do what? So I just think it's just more of the conversation needs to be had, and making them understand how great it can feel as a woman, not as a punishment.
Well, the conversation can be had, but people still going to feel like they want to feel, because they're not really submitting themselves to the Almighty. And if they do submit themselves and surrender themselves to the Most High like you did, they will see things completely different. One thing I want to say before I get banging the mic: any man that want to sit up underneath his woman all day ain't much of a man. I'll say that again. Any man that's sitting up underneath his woman all day ain't much of a man. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even call him a man. I'll call him a male. Because men is about their business. Men, 90% of the time, they getting busy. They somewhere doing something. They ain't got a whole lot of time to be up underneath their women. But a man has to master his house in a manner which his wife, or Nashim, understand that he ain't out there doing something wicked. He out there doing what he's supposed to do. Then they can accept it. But if they think that he out there sleeping because they don't trust him, they think he out there sleeping with this girl, sleeping with that girl, then that's when they got a problem, when that 7-day burden come in, because they feel like he ain't going to be with me for 7 days. He going to be with her. Yep, that's when the problem come in. But they got to understand that a man ain't got no business around no woman like that all the time anyway. Even if he only got one, it doesn't matter. That's when you get those males involved, them untrustworthy men who ain't really about this life, ain't really worshiping the Most High, and fooling around and doing all this dirt behind the back of the Almighty as if they could. Yes.
I always remember when I think it was Yaakov, it was Leah. I think Leah. She said, "I hired thee with this manager." He wasn't under her. Wasn't under her all the time. I mean, he was with her all week, all month. You know what I'm saying? You could tell, like, they wasn't sleeping together and up under them all the time.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
So my question was, this is a scripture in Job chapter 14. I want to know if this scripture would be also backing up the cleanliness and uncleanliness.
Can a clean thing come out of a woman?
Right. Well, see it. Right. Job 14:4 says, "Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean?"
Yeah, that's right.
And it says, "Not one."
No, not one. That's right.
So that would be.
That's right. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? Not one. It don't work that way. All right, let's rock and roll, family. You ready? Ima, you ready? You got one more thing? Go ahead.
No, I was just going back to the book. I'm good. I'm ready.
All right.
I need Kana.
Okay. Tangley, let our baby Wakasha. Correct.
Okay. 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 22. Is that what you're asking me?
Okay.
Therefore they inquired of the Creator further, if the man should yet come thither. And the Creator answered, behold, he hath hid himself among the stuff.
He hid himself. He's straight coward. He hid. Read on, please, because we're going to get stuck on that again. He hid.
And they ran and fetched him thence.
So
And
they
when
got to go and get somebody from the stuff to let him be their leader. What kind of stuff is this? But you know what? Because the Most High chose him, then that's what they were supposed to do. But they got to go in the middle of the stuff, the baggage, the luggage, all that stuff to get him out and bring him up to the front so that people can see him with his coward heart. Read on, please.
Verse 23. And they ran and fetched him thence. And when he stood among the people, he was higher than any of the people.
Watch his physique. Watch this, family. Hold up. Slow down a little bit, Ima. Slow down just a little bit. Watch his physique. This is what the world wants. The world wants what looks good, but not what is good. See, when they saw that coward spirit he had, they should have immediately gave him back to the creator. Said, we don't want that. Come on, creator. We don't want that chump. He's scared. Look at him hiding. But when they saw him, he was tall, much taller than 6'4". You know how the women say, I want a tall man. A man 5'6" is too short for me. She ain't looking at his inward beings. She looking at his physical stature, and that can deceive you. Terribly, it can deceive you. And what Israel did, Israel said, oh, I want a man that look good, that look like he could be our leader. Saul fit that description. He fit the description. Saul was taller than everybody else, bigger than everybody else, and probably more pretty in the face than anybody else. So therefore, he looked good on the outward appearance, but his makeup, the creator did this intentionally, y'all. Y'all know the Most High knew what he was doing.
Okay.
He knew Saul was a chump. He knew it, but he looked good. The people didn't want to do right. The people wanted to be amalgamated with the heathens, with the Gentiles, because everything the Gentiles was doing looked good. So the Most High gave them a king that looked good. He met their requirements. He looked good. So when he's sitting in his royal robe, he looks like a king. He looks good. But how many kings do you know was beat up in the face? Ugly. Mansa Musa was one of the ugliest men you want to look at. Superior leader. Superior. But he was beat up in the face. You look at some of them photos of Mansa Musa, man, he looked like a dog being dragged by a stick. That's how he looked. But he was a supreme leader. Mansa Musa inherited his empire. He wasn't rich from the door. His father or brother was the one with all the money, right? So let's say the brother had $7 billion in gold. Mansa Musa, the ugly man that everybody would have looked at and said, oh no. Mansa Musa took over where his brother or his father left off from $7 million worth of gold. He took $7 million and made $100 trillion worth of gold. He outdid them all. He wasn't joking. But to look at him, you'll be like, oh no, this didn't. Come on, man. Well, no. But to know him, to know what he's made of. See, sisters, see, brothers, we got to stop looking at the outward appearance of people and canceling them out. Man, she won't make no good wife. Look at her, man. I don't even want to kiss her. She ain't gonna be no good wife. How would you know unless you rate her soul? Sisters be looking at the brothers. No, he too short, man, and he ain't got no money. How do you know if he would be a good husband except you look at his soul and see how he does, how he protects? Well, the people of Israel didn't bother to look at the soul of Saul. The creator gave him a hint because he already was hiding. They could have saw that soul and realized he's a fluke. But they didn't. You know why they didn't? Because he looked good on the outer appearance. And so many of us are fooled because of the outer appearance. That's why so many Israelites go to the Shabbat all dialed up, dressed up with the ketonet, with the kippah on, and the fringes. And we go up, dialed up with the outer appearance of righteousness. But right after the Shabbat, we back to our whoredom. We back to our drugs, smoking our weed, drinking our alcohol, acting a fool at the clubs. Matter of fact, in the clubs, we ain't got no business in the clubs, but we out there acting a fool in this world, not showing love toward people, not helping people, not caring about what the homeless or the fatherless or the poor or the widows are doing to survive. They don't care. So therefore, it was all an illusion, showing up on the Shabbat day, decked out like you cared, like you was about this book. Too many of us fall victim to that every Shabbat. They not really about this life. They not. Did you want to say something, bro?
Okay. Remember Samuel did the same thing when he went to go. El Shaddai sent him to go to anoint one of Jesse's sons. He picked out. I forgot the oldest. What's the oldest name?
Samuel did the same thing. You're right. Samuel made the same mistake. When the Most
God
High,
said, God said, listen, man, you looking at the outside. He said, man, I look at the inside.
There you go.
He said, it's not the oldest. He said, I refused him. It's not the oldest. That's
the perfect example. You're absolutely right. Let's get on talking about this coward. I mean, Saul. Go ahead. Where we at?
Verse 23. And they ran and fetched him. And when he stood among the people, he was higher than any of the people from his shoulders and upward.
He was tall. The average woman today will fall out for him. He's tall. He's tall, man. He gonna be an NBA star or something. He got some money. He look good. He could be our king. Don't nobody think no king could be nothing little like me, 5'11", 180 pounds. I know they ain't looking at nothing like me make no king. Matter of fact, they get mad at him when I tell them I'm the king. They get mad at me. He ain't nobody. You ain't no. They go around start snitching, holding meetings and stuff about me, talking about who he think he is. Read on, please. These jokers.
Verse 24. And Shemuel said to all the people, see ye him whom the Creator hath chosen, that there is none like him among all the people.
What did he say? What did he say? Do you see him whom the Most High has chosen? What's the name of this lesson? Do you see him whom the Most High has chosen? So Israel, I have a question for you, Israel, and everybody be as honest as possible. Look around at all the leadership today in Israel. Do you see him whom the Most High has chosen? Look around, family. Do you see him? And if you see several hymns, those several need to get together to formulate one body and make something great happen for our people. Because there are too many hymns out there that want to be him that ain't him. Mm-hmm. Too many. But there are some out there that are worthy. And those that are worthy need to get together and do something righteous for these people. There's too much going on out here in these streets. These are some terrible times that we're living in today. Too much hatred, too much destruction, and a lot of that is all based on your skin color. And the Europeans are so wicked today, they don't really care what color you are getting annihilated. I seen a video the other day where they went over top of Florida and released these mosquitoes, these artificially simulated mosquitoes over Florida so that the mosquitoes will start killing people. And a little white boy was in the hospital dying because he got bit by one of the mosquitoes. Artificial, genetically modified mosquitoes that they made in a laboratory and created a venom inside of those mosquitoes that will kill you. They let them out over top of Florida, probably in the hood, just so happened they caught one of the white people. These people are wicked. They don't care who they're killing today. They want to kill everybody. They want to depopulate the earth. But let me tell you the truth. They're starting with you, though. They're going to start with you. Mm-hmm. We read earlier where they put them up in the front. The Most High said, you don't want a king, because what a king is going to do is put your people up in the front of the army so you can die first. And they still doing that today. And they got the draft coming back out too, y'all. Remember that. The draft is back out. So be careful. May the Most High be praised. They're preparing for something in the very near future. And us who are asleep can't see it. But I promise you, something big is about to kick off in the next few years. You don't even have to register for the draft now. This selective service you used to have to do, you don't have to do that no more. They got you now. they automatically put you in the system. And when that draft come out, they got a letter coming to your house. Yo, get over here. Read on, please.
Okay. And all the people shouted and said,
Verse,
oh, I'm sorry. 1 Samuel chapter 10, verse 24, towards the end. And all the people shouted and said, Creator, save the king. 25. Then Shemuel told the people the manner of the kingdom, and wrote it in a book, and laid it up before the Creator. And Shemuel sent all the people away, every man to his house. And Shaul also went home to Gibeah, and there went with him a band of men whose hearts the Creator had touched.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see that loyalty? Oh man, y'all just give me a band of men and watch me move the earth. Give me a band of men and 50 good men and watch what happens to the Israelite nation. I promise you, watch what happened to the Israelite nation. You can't find good soldiers like that. These jokers didn't question Saul. Well, what makes you think you are king? Sure they didn't, because they had the Samuel, the prophet, right there with them. They ain't gonna question him. That's like questioning the Creator. So they went right with it. They knew their positions, and they wasn't jealous. They wasn't envious. Everybody wasn't struggling to be the king. Everybody fell right in line, harmony. He left. He went back to his town with a band of men, a small army. 50, 60 men went back with him. Why? Because they had to protect the king. They understood what honor was all about. Too many of us don't understand what, oh, that nigga the king, all right, screw you, king. I ain't giving you none of my money. I don't care what you say. You ain't my king. The beautiful land. You ain't my king. That's what they would say. You ain't nothing to us. You ain't nothing to me. They didn't play that. They knew he was from the tribe of Benjamin. There is no prophecy saying that Benjamin will raise a king. No prophecy. There was no, so the people really didn't have to believe that he was king, because there was no prophecy stated that Benjamin would ever be king of anything. But the Most High ordained it through Samuel, therefore they didn't question it. Sometimes the Most High will do something that he don't tell you he's going to do. He'll tell you about it, but he'll do it. And he did it with Saul. He made a king out of a tribe that wasn't much of nothing. Matter of fact, they were the smallest of all the Israelite tribes, because most of them had died off. They was killed in the war with the other Israelite men. They got so few in numbers that the Israelites won that war, women and brought women from other tribes to just repopulate them so that they could inhabit and grow again. This thing was deep, man. This thing was deep. Did you want to say something, bro?
No, I said if it wasn't for El Shaddai, that one tribe would have killed all of us.
It would have been gone. Oh yeah. They was kicking butt. Let's read on, please.
Okay.
So now, when he sent back Saul with those band of men, Saul's heart got pumped up. Saul started accepting who he was.
Mm-hmm.
Saul began to accept who he was as a king now. He got men. You know, when you a king, you got some men, that means somebody listening to you. Man, and you accept the Most High Spirit upon you, oh, you're going to do some damage. Mm-hmm. Watch what Saul does. Well, what was his purpose for Saul coming? The scripture says Saul was to save his people from their enemies. Let's see if Saul fulfills those things. Read on, please.
Okay. Verse 27. But the children of Belial said, how shall this man save us? And they despised him and brought him no presents, but he held his peace.
They were disrespectful to him. When you go visit a king, when you go see a king, you bring a gift. They didn't bring Saul nothing. They questioned it. They said, well, wait a minute, this nigga was hiding in the baggage. How are you going to save us? Well, what they were supposed to do was say, you know what? The prophet said he could. The prophet speaks in the name of the Most High, so therefore we got to walk with that. But they didn't do that. They said, this nigga, this chump, we ain't messing with him. I ain't accepting him to be the king at first. But when that spirit of the Most High hit Saul, Saul became a new man.
Mhm.
Watch what happens. When he accepted the spirit of the Most High, he became a new man. Watch what
What
takes
happened to men?
Mhm. We in the book of 1 Shemuel, chapter 11, verse 1. The Nakash, the Ammonite, came up and encamped against Jabesh Gilead. And all the men of Jabesh said unto Nakash, make a covenant with us, and we will serve thee. Verse 2. And Nakash the Ammonite answered them, on this condition will I make a covenant with you, that I may thrust out all your right eyes and lay it up for reproach upon Yisrael. Verse 3. And the elders of Jabesh said unto him,
Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Watch this. Here comes Saul. That spirit is kicking in. Go ahead, Iman. Read it, Iman. Go ahead.
give us 7 days respite, that we may send messengers unto all the coast of Yisrael. And if there be no man to save us, we will come out to thee.
What was Saul put in place to do?
Save us.
Save the people of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, you know what? Give us 7 days. We're going to put the word out in all Israel. And if no man comes to serve us, then we'll give you what you're asking for. Let's see what happens. Ima.
Verse 4. Then came the messengers to Gibeah of Shaul and told the tidings in the ears of the people. And all the people lifted up their voices and wept.
They cried. Saul would have ordinarily cried too. He'd have been with those people crying. But he had a new spirit. Saul became a new man. And watch what Saul does. Because remember, Saul is a Nagid of the people. He's the king, the leader of the people. He's the prince of the people. Watch what he does with this new spirit he has. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is when Saul was about it. Read on, please. Watch what takes place.
And behold, Melech Shaul came after the herd out of the field. And Melech Shaul said, what aileth the people that they weep? Or what aileth the people that they weep? And they told him the tidings of the men of Jabesh.
And the spirit. No, you got to read it right, babe. You got to read it right. And the spirit of the Most High rushed upon Saul. Did y'all see what happened? When that spirit came upon him and he accepted it, what kind of man did he become? All the coward left his body. All the cowardness, it flee. What was he doing before he was told that? He was out walking, dealing with the oxen. Hey, oxen, go over here, sheep, cow. Go over there. He still had his band of men. He was still a king, but he wasn't doing kingly duties. He was out in the field. Don't no king got no business out in the field. So when he came back and he heard that, they ready to gush out the eyes of the men of Jabesh Gilead. What did he do? He didn't do nothing. The Most High did it all. Mm-hmm. The spirit of the Most High rushed up upon Saul when he heard these words. Can y'all imagine that? Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if y'all can, man. I don't know if y'all can. I mean, I really want you to look deep into what's being said. It's saying that the Most High has the power to make you a strong man, even if you're a coward. Because we just identified that Saul was a coward. We just identified that over and over and over. But now all of a sudden, what he's about to do, that's the power of leadership. He's showing that with that new spirit upon him, he's a different man. Watch what he does. Read on, please.
Right. And the Ruach of the Holy Spirit came upon King Shaul when he heard these tidings, and his anger was kindled greatly.
He got angry. Uh-huh.
And he took a yoke of oxen and hewed them in pieces, and sent them throughout all the coast of Israel by the hands of messengers, saying, whosoever cometh not forth after King Shaul and after prophet Shemuel, so shall it be done unto his oxen.
Do you know that this was the first time he called himself king?
Mm.
He accepted his position. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Sometimes I just be talking and y'all be like, that's Prince's opinion. That's his opinion. Okay. Well, here it is in scripture showing you that it wasn't my opinion. It was a fact. Saul was a punk. He was a coward. And it wasn't until the Spirit of the Most High rushed upon him that he became a mighty man of war.
Mm-hmm.
So that shows you that you could go through your whole life living one kind of way. But once you submit yourself to the will of the Creator, you will become the best version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Power and might will go along with you. I don't care how strong you are. Submit yourself to the Most High, you'll be 10 times stronger. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. He said, if anybody don't come out to fight, your cattle is going to meet the same fate as this cattle. He cut it up and sent it out to all the different lands with that threat. If y'all don't come here to fight with us, we're going to come and cut your cattle up and you're going to starve. Watch, read on, please. That's the sign of leadership. And he meant it. He could back it up because he had a band of men. Read on, please.
Okay. And the fear of the Creator fell on the people, and they came out with one consent. Verse 8. And when he numbered them in Bezek, the children of Israel were 300,000. And the men
300,000 men showed up.
And the men of Yehuda, 30,000.
30,000 men showed up. Beautiful. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And they said unto the messengers that came, thus shall ye say unto the men of Yabesh Gilead, tomorrow by that time the sun be hot, ye shall have help. And the messengers came and showed it to the men of Yabesh, and they were glad. Verse 10.
All right,
Therefore,
hold on. I got to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, thou shalt say unto the men of Gilead by tomorrow, Teshuah, 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 you shall be saved. We shall bring you salvation. That's what's really being said there. We shall bring you salvation tomorrow around this time. Read on, please.
Verse 11. Verse 10. Therefore the men of Yabesh said, tomorrow we will come out unto you, and ye shall do with us all that seemeth good unto you.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. And it was so on the morrow that King Shaul put the people in 3 companies, and they came into the midst of the host in the morning or in the rising watch, and slew the Ammonites unto the heat of the day. And it came to pass that they which remained were scattered, so that 2 of them were not left together.
See, the old Saul couldn't have done that.
Mm-hmm.
The old Saul could not have achieved that. It took the new Saul with the Spirit of the Most High upon him. Now, I want y'all to watch this. When Saul, all through his life, and the Spirit was good on him, he was cool. But when the Spirit of the Most High flew from him, and you're going to see that in scriptures, when the Spirit of the Most High flew from Saul, he started doing all type of crazy, stupid, wicked stuff. You also have the power to turn the Most High Spirit away from you.
Mm-hmm.
You can either invite the Creator's presence or you can expel the Creator's presence. The decision is yours, family. It's all up to you. Read on, please.
Okay. Verse 12. And the people said unto prophet Shemuel, Who is he that said, shall King Shaul reign over us?
Where they at? Whoever questioned his authority, where they at? Who said Saul ain't the king? Where they at? Who was it that didn't want to give Saul some presents and show that he was our king? Where they at? Go get them. Let's cut their heads off. Read on, please.
Bring them in that we may put them to death. Verse 13. And King Shaul said, there shall not a man be put to death this day, for today the Creator hath wrought salvation in Yisrael. Verse 14. Then said Prophet Shemuel to the people, come and let us go to Gilgal and renew the kingdom there. Verse 15. And all the people went to Gilgal, and there made Shaul king before the Creator in Gilgal. And there they sacrificed sacrifices of peace offerings before the Creator. And there Melech Shaul and all the men of Yisrael rejoiced greatly.
May the Most High be praised. Torah Rabbah. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Did y'all see that story? Did y'all watch how that story went? Man, some things was exposed that we didn't even know in the past about Saul. And when that spirit of the Most High came upon him, his mind, his whole essence changed, just like you. You have the same ability to do the same thing when you submit yourself in sincerity to the Creator. Your whole essence become a different person. If you got a problem with having sex with women that you ain't married to, give yourself to the Creator in fully and watch how you get increased, and that won't be a problem no more. If you got a problem with, I'm gonna say this, but you might just cut your hair, but whatever I say. If you got a problem with homosexuality, you a dude, and you got a problem with homosexuality, give yourself to the Most High in completeness and see what the Most High does for you. I mean, seriously, it's almost nothing that you can do in this planet that the Most High won't turn you from. Seriously, when you give yourself, Saul was a straight coward, but the Most High gave him the complete opposite. Gave him the complete opposite of himself and made him great. He could do the same thing for them little shaky dudes. You know what I mean? If you got that issue, give yourself completely to the Most High and watch your hand go from this to this. Yeah, the shaky dudes. Turn your life around completely, man. It'll work. That's right. May the Most High be praised. All right, so we're going to stop here, family. We're going to stop here, and we're going to see if we're going to pick up there next week, next Shabbat. Oh, no. Next week, I don't think I'm teaching next. I'll probably teach the second half. Nasik Shema will be teaching the first half. The next week is the Day of Atonement for us. Next Shabbat is the Day of Atonement, and Nasik is supposed to teach on the Day of Atonement. What day do you got to teach?
First day.
Okay, and then Yermi is the last day, right? Okay. May the Most High be praised. So now here we go, family. Are there any questions, any comments, anyone? May the Most High be praised. Torah, Amen.
I just want to say that obviously how El Shaddai put the Spirit of God on him, and that's when he started, you know what I'm saying? Later on, we're going to see how God put the evil spirit on him. So God do both. He give you the Spirit of God and put the evil spirit on you too.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly what he did. But the Most High does that today to a lot of our people because they won't give themselves to him completely. Iman, did you want to say something?
Yes, I just wanted to, it really made me think about just like how we do things, like if we have to do things, and I'm gonna speak for myself, like I know, like when I go on my fast, if I fast like thoroughly, where I'm like fasting from like the secular things or certain things that are like, if I fast from the foods, and simultaneously fast from like social media and different things like that, like I feel my fast completely different. And I notice when I don't do my fast like that, my fast never feels complete, and I feel like my goals never reached. And so today it's kind of like what you were saying about the giving and the completeness of it, because the fast is always to get closer to the creator. The fast is always in something that I'm asking the creator to reveal to me or to open it up for me so that I could be better, for myself and for everyone that, I serve. And so I noticed, and I've noticed it before, but today I really was like, okay, yes, like this was for me, because in truth, when my fast doesn't go right, it's because I didn't cut out all the other things that, continue to pour in the poison or the wickedness and to bring that into my system outside of just foods. A lot of times we think, oh, I'm gonna just fast from food and be cleansed, but it's so much more that goes into, a fast. And even in our foods, we're thinking, oh, this food is I'm just fasting from. But even when we're still engulfed in the other things, it kind of pulls us away from the fast, because then it gives us the cravings of those foods and other things. And, our fast is broken or just not met to the extent that it could have been. So yeah, so it's definitely a reminder to me to do my fast in fullness, and to stay strong in it. I have to separate myself completely from it all. So
You're right. May the Most High be praised. Total Rabbah. And I pray that more people hear and understand what it is that you just explained. You either give yourself fully to the Most High or don't give yourself. Because when you half-step it, you don't give or receive the full blessing, the full energy, the full strength. So it's best to give yourself all the way to the Creator, always. So here's a question. Maisha asks a question. You want to read it, Emma?
So the question is, Cole Autumn says, when it comes to that sodomy, you don't think the Creator will rub them out instead?
The Creator gives everybody opportunity to change. As bad as we don't want to hear it, all souls belong to the Almighty.
Okay.
And the Most High has in the book of Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, verse 21, 22, 23 on down, where he gives anyone who has done wickedness before him the opportunity to change from their evil ways and save their soul alive. The Most High says he find no pleasure in the death of a man, but that he would live. So yes, everybody has the opportunity to draw closer to the Creator, even a man who has been bent over like a female. As sad and as cruel as it may sound, he too has the opportunity to stand straight up again and stop being bent over. Yeah.
Sister Shavanya says, the importance of following instructions in anything you do, especially the Creator, Proverbs 3:6. Also, the importance of righteous in leadership, because you will be led by them in all our ways, must be aware.
May the Most High be praised. Total Rabbah. Absolutely. Any other questions or comments, family?
Another, I was going to say one thing about the half stepping part. And you say, I forgot where I was trying to look for it in the book, man. I have a bad memory. But in the time, I think when El Shaddai was, I think it was in the wilderness, and he said, Joshua and Caleb, the only one that's going to make it. And then he said, because they wholly followed my commandments. Meaning, they ain't, like you said, they ain't half step. They did everything. I mean, the children were doing some, leaving some out.
That's right. See, that's why I be asking you to come up on this platform, man, because you got some truth with you, boy. You be doing it. I like that about you, man. May the Most High be praised. Total Rabbah. Absolutely right. Anyone else? Any other comments? Any questions or comments? Are there any other questions? Any other comments? I do know that there's a little delay on the those who are on StreamYard, on YouTube. There's a little delay, so sometimes they get it a little after us, and they still may have questions. So while we're waiting for them, Don't make his head any bigger than it is. All right. Yeah. All right, Siobhan, you got something? I can't hear you, Ima.
So luckily, Sister Shivani says the path of the Creator is the right mindset, the right attitude, and the choices and actions you make that put you in line with the Creator and on the road to heaven, moving you towards Him or far away from Him.
That's true.
Pray. And then she said, she just said, pray you all have a beautiful week. It was very nourishing.
May the Most High be praised. Toda Rabbah. Toda Rabbah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are there any other questions or comments? It don't look like nobody want to go home. We got 1,900 people in the room. They don't want to go nowhere. 1,900 people, they don't want to go nowhere. They want to stay. But it's cool. We got to get up out of here. And then next week we'll return, Creator willing, and we'll give you the rest of it. All right. Ima, are there any announcements?
Besides Yom Kippurim is coming up on the 14th, which coming in on the night of the 13th, Yom Shishi, and then all day on the Shabbat, the 14th for us. And then Sukkot, Chag Sukkot is the 19th through the 25th. And the night of the 25th and all day the 26th is Shemini Atzeret, which is the last day of the holy season, but it's not a feast day, but it is a holy day.
Very good.
You miss Yom Teruah. You miss Yom Teruah.
Can't hear
We did
you.
Yom Teruah, but
You miss Yom Teruah.
we did Yom Teruah on
Thursday.
Ravi'i.
Oh,
We do.
okay, all right. All right, I got you. Okay.
We did go live. See, what happened is you didn't ring the bell when you shared. You didn't ring the bell, or you'd have got notified of the class. We did it already.
I'll be in another class. That's my fault. My phone be on silent.
It was on Thursday, man. It was on Thursday.
Oh, it's on Thursday? Yeah, okay. I got work on Thursday. I bet. All right, damn. I got me tight. I'm mad. All right. I'm gonna put the bell on. I'm gonna make sure everything is on. We'll make sure everything is on. Yeah.
Right. You wanna?
My Esau wants to say shalom to your Esau, brother.
I'm good.
Shalom. Shalom, Ima. Yes. Shalom.
How are you?
All right.
Shalom.
Yeah, it was
All right,
last.
so I got you.
It was last
It was-
Thursday.
Right.
Yeah,
Yom Teruah was last Thursday.
that just passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the class is live, so it's recorded, so you can always watch it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so now,
Got you.
at time of the day,
Oh, a little bit. I'm not good at all. A little bit.
I don't say a little bit, tefillah.
Huh?
I don't say a little bit, tefillah.
My phone breaking up. Say that again.
You want to make prayer? You want to close us out in prayer? You think you can?
Yeah, of course. Why not? Yeah.
You think you can get my quiet down so you can close us out?
Okay, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that.
Great. Let's do this.
Come on, y'all. Be quiet, y'all.
Hold on.
Let me set this up. All right.
Yeah.
Ready? Alohu. Hallelujah. El Shaddai Lewenu, Lewea Bortenu. Abi Abraham Abi Iskak, Wa Abi Yaakov. Atak Kwadosh Vesheneka Kwadosh, Baruch Shemeka Lo Olam Wae. Yeshamiru B'nai Israel, Shabbat La So, Shabbat La Dora Tameri Olam. Beinu Ben B'nai Israel Oti Olam. Kisha Shayani Masai El Shaddai, Wet Shamayim, Wet Aris. Ubayom Masbi, Shabbat, Vainafash, Aluhu. We pay homage to El Shaddai, Abi Abraham, Abi Iskak, Abi Yaakov, El Shaddai Melech, El Shaddai Malak, El Shaddai Imlo, Olam Wae. Baruch Shem Kabor Makut Olam Wae. Baruch Kabor Elohim Min Komo Melech El Yom. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Baruch Shemo.
May the Most High be praised. Total Rabbi. All right, bro.
Good.
May the Most High be with you. Total Rabbi.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure the bell is on. So every time y'all on now, I'm gonna get it. Get the
All
notification.
right. Sound good. May the Most High be praised. And thanks, man. Thanks for your participation today.
Definitely. Appreciate you. So, man. Shalom,
Hello.
shalom.
Hello. Oh,
Don't forget about me.
hey, when you coming down here, man?
I can't hear you. Yo, I can't hear it. What happened? No,
When you coming down here?
I can't hear him. Can't hear you. Tell him again.
Shalom? Can you hear me now?
Oh, they're gonna come back in.
Yeah, you're gonna pop back in.
All right, you want me to end it?
No, then if they come back in, we ain't gonna catch them.
Oh, sorry.
Not yet. We're gonna end it out in a second. Shalom, family. We pray that you all enjoyed the class today. And if anyone has any questions or comments before we close it out, you're welcome to type your question or your comment. And also, if you'd like to tell us some of the things that you've learned during today's class, you can do that as well. Anything that you want to talk about that you might have learned today during the class? Some things that you may not have been familiar with, didn't know about? You bet.
They're trying to come back in.
All right, I got it. So was there anyone wanting to say anything about what they may have learned today?
We've done that. We've read that story, but I don't think paid attention to how the spirit of the creator changed him, so that was something that I think stood out more today than anything.
Shalom, bro.
Shalom. How you feeling?
I said, when you coming down here, man, you got to come down and pick out your little plot of land where you're going to build your house.
I got to make a trip down there, man. It would be nice, man. I got to make a trip down there.
We got to get that Levite. We got to get that Levite down here.
Yeah. Definitely, man. How was your Shabbat?
It was great. It was wonderful. How was yours?
That's good. Shalom, princess. How you feeling?
Shalom.
Everything, it was good. It was great. I look forward to this day. I always look forward to Shabbat. For real.
Well, now you need to look forward to getting down here so we can see you in the flesh. Bring Ema with
you. Man.
Bring
I know.
Ema.
I gotta come back. My Ema is good.
I said, bring her.
Oh, bring my Ema.
Yeah. Come on down, Ema. Come on down.
He said, come on down, Ema. Come on down. I'm coming back to Georgia.
Okay.
She's coming back to Georgia.
Yeah.
You have a spot for me?
You have a spot
for her?
Yes. Absolutely.
Always.
Okay.
All right, bro. Nasi, Shabbat Shalom.
May the Most High be with you.
Okay, Gam Lakah.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom. Y'all be safe. All right. Sis says she didn't remember the story about King Saul.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else? Would that be it?
I think that's it.
All right. So next week we have the Day of Atonement, next Shabbat. It starts Friday night, all day Saturday. And it's over Saturday night. So it's like a double Shabbat. It's the 14th, all day the 14th. Next week is the Shabbat. And then we have on the 19th, all day the 19th is Sukkot, where we dwell in booths. That's the first day of Sukkot. And then the 26th, all day the 26th, is the last day of Sukkot. Shmini had said it.
Okay.
All right. So just in case you didn't have it, there it is. May the Most High be praised, and thank you all for being with us, just spending your Shabbat day with us. We greatly appreciate it. The young brother took us out of here righteously with a nice prayer to the power of Abraham, the power of Yitzchak, with the power of Yisrael. May the Most High be praised, and may the Most High look after you all. Shabbat Shalom Lakim.
Shabbat Shalom.